Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is episode 4 of our Terraria Expert Mode Series. As always, I'm SandToise, and let's just jump right into things. So, hopefully as you guys remember, in the last episode we beat the Eye of Cthulhu as our first boss, and we got our very nice little shield and such. But now, basically what we need to really do is kind of focus on getting ourselves more upgrades, more health, better gear and such. Because our next boss is the Eater of Worlds. We're going to need to be a little bit stronger before we try and do that. So what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing today is heading on over to kind of this left area, trying to explore a little bit past the corruption. I want to see if we can find some better stuff, maybe our jungle underground. And with the little bit stronger gear from beating the Eye of Cthulhu, we should have a much easier time kind of exploring that area. So I figured let's just make our way over and see what we can find. We are in the jungle now, which is exciting. Looks like it's to our left over here, right there. See if there's anything in this little cave first, and then we'll go more into the jungle area. Hopefully we can do a little exploration, I guess just down here in the underground jungle. Because there can be some pretty good loot. Another radar, that's not good at all. But normally there's good loot in the underground jungle, so I guess we'll see what we can find. Because there can be some really fun stuff, and I'd love to keep getting some better gear. Here we go. Here's our first little house right here. That was quick. Down there. And we got another, literally the exact same weapon that we already have. That's not that useful. It's something, I guess, so, we'll take it. Don't really have much of a choice. Gotta watch out for Hornet here, but there is another life crystal, and it looks like there's a pretty big vein of gold. It's definitely something I want to grab. There we go, another life crystal, which is good stuff. Okay, wait, actually this gold looks like it is one of the ones where you can explode it from a little bit of a distance. If we go over this way, so if we click this here now, just blow up all that gold, we can just go collect it right at the bottom. So it's pretty simple. Makes getting gold a lot easier, as you can see. We have a lot more gold now, which is great because that means we can upgrade some armor, which we probably need because we're almost to a point where we're going to be, fighting more bosses. The underground jungle is pretty dangerous. We're risking it a little bit here because we are a little bit, we're not super strong right now, so there's definitely a risk that we end up dying here, but not going to worry about that right now. Run past that guy there. Oh my god, there's so many. We're gonna get out of there. Okay, because we were definitely gonna die, and that was not looking good for us. And we might as well throw some of our stuff back at our little base too, because we got a pretty full inventory, so probably safer to just head back here really quickly and fix something. We can also talk to the traveling merchant while we're here, see if he's got anything good available. Got the DPS meter and the life form analyzer, which are, as well as the stopwatch, which could be a good start on the cell phone. So we might want to just pick up all of those right now. It's a lot of gold though, but you know what? I may just wait because right now we don't really need all of these things, but they are, kind of useful. So maybe, but I don't think we really need to worry about it. I am gonna sell all of the stuff we did get that we don't need anymore though. We got that extra radar which I sold our old bow, and this mace which sold for a really good amount of gold, which is awesome. Alright, so we now have 20 gold bars in total. I wonder if that's enough to really make anything. Looks like the most we can make is a gold helmet, and that's got the same defense as our current helmet, so that doesn't really do much for us, so it looks like we're going to have to save that for right now. But hopefully soon we'll just be able to go straight to the corruption armor, the shadow armor. Although it's not kind of the ranged set, defensively it's just going to be way better than anything we got until we can get into the dungeon. Get the necro armor is the dedicated pre-hard mode range set, but for right now that's a little bit ways off for our current kind of strength. We've only got 240 life. I probably want around 300 before I fight the Eater of Worlds. We could probably do it pretty soon, but just to be safe, I'd rather get a little bit more life before we decide to take that on. I also would want to get more Jester's Arrows, because Jester's Arrows are super strong against the Eater of Worlds, because if you can get him to line up, you can just shoot one arrow pretty much down the entire line and kill him in almost one shot. Not really one shot, but very fast. So I am back over kind of where we stopped exploring last time. I have none of these little eater guys chasing me, but what I do want to do is explore the jungle a little bit more and see what's past it. Check out our ocean on the other side. See if we can't find an ocean chest, which would be cool. Don't obviously need too much of it, but we might as well check out what's over there. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous here at night. Even during the day it's dangerous too, but with all the additional zombies and all that, things get a little bit trickier. That is for sure. There is a chest right here, so we should check out what's inside. Wand of Sparking. Doesn't do too much for us, unfortunately, but still something. We can maybe sell it. Do gotta get rid of all these zombies before we can make our escape from this little cave here, I think. Looks like we are officially out of the jungle now. Back into the kind of normal overworld area. We're just going to keep exploring to the left over here. And there's another corruption. That's so unfortunate. That's just way more work that we have to do in the future. And I try and quarantine it before hard mode, which kind of sucks. But you know what? There's not much we can really do about that. Let's take a look at that real quick after we go down into this little cave area. I can hit that. There we go. If there's anything down here. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, let's go through this second layer of corruption, which is super annoying. Never like... I hardly even like having one corruption. Having two is just such a pain. Way more work to deal with. I really wish the corruption spread mechanic wasn't in the game. I get why it's there, but it's just a total hassle because it spreads, you know, you have to spend so much time either decontaminating it or containing it, and it's just gets in the way of my enjoyment for the game. But I'm gonna definitely take care of that before hard mode, because in hard mode we're gonna have the big spread of corruption. That's going to make it really hard to contain if we don't take this little bit and make sure that it's totally safe before we get to hard mode. We probably need to head to the overworld again. Those guys were doing a lot of damage to us, and we're on very low health, as you can probably tell. So I'm probably going to make a hasty getaway, just like that. We literally had 4 health, so that was not a great situation to be in. But if we look at our map now, we're pretty far on both sides of the world, but we do need to kind of just go somewhere underground and look for some more life, some more gold and stuff to get better armor. And I think we might want to go to the ice biome. That way we can get more frostburn arrows and stuff, which would be good. As well as, you know, just look for some better gear like ice skates and such. All those things would be pretty good. That's what we'll do right now. Actually, and something else we could do at some point is set up a desert house. Or an ice biome house, right? Because then we could eventually set up our pylon network as well as get more NPCs. So at some point I'm going to set up an underground house like down here, right above the cavern layer, the hell layer, so that we can teleport there to fight the wall of flesh and stuff a lot easier. But that'll be, later, not right now. The other thing we can use, like eventually we want to move the desert and the nurse to the desert, or not the desert and the nurse, the arms dealer and the nurse to the desert, because they like chilling out there. And once we have more gold, we can set up a pylon network, which will allow us to like teleport all over, which makes things way, way easier for us. That will be really awesome. We're back in the ice biome. And you know what we might as well do is just get some wood here and build a quick ice biome house so that we can see if any other NPCs will move in, such as the demolitionist or something like that. So it might be good just to kind of have something available. Alright, so this will be a very, very temporary living situation here. So we'll just quickly build a little space for our demolitionist to live in. And we'll just put the door on this side so that zombies and stuff can't get in quite as easily. But the workbench, it's not going to match in terms of furniture. So don't yell at me because I know it's not going to look super good. But let's put in a few walls. Make this a valid living space. There we go. What a lovely home. Yep, okay, it counts as a house too. So we're just going to keep exploring down in the underground ice biome. And we're just going to hope for some NPC to move in there, and we can just go check out their inventory when we get the time. Right now, let's just kind of make our way down here. Just see what we can find, Oh, okay, we got the Dryad instead of the Demolition. Right, okay, I forgot that she could spawn after you beat the Eye of Cthulhu, I think. So that's another NPC we have. Not too bad, though. She's got some useful stuff, I think. So she can help purify the world. Steampunker will do that better when we get her. I hate this, like, fragile ice because no matter how much you kind of try and jump on it, it just breaks immediately, which sucks because no other way to get past it. And we totally just stepped on that pressure plate twice, so let's get rid of that. So I will do it again. That's a really dangerous little pathway here. We've got a ton of ice slimes and ice bats, and now I'm completely frozen solid. All sorts of enemies this way. They don't want me to get to this chest at all, huh? Okay. Ice Blade. That's a really good sword. I like this sword a lot. It's auto swing too, which is really nice. And we got the Ice Mirror, which is super awesome. I'll loot everything else out of that. Ice Sword's great because I just can hold down the mouse button and it shoots out a nice projectile. So it's really, really strong. Also got our skeleton merchant over here. So let's see what he's got to say. We were to want to go into kind of yo-yos or something. We could get some stuff from him, but as it stands, we don't really need that sort of stuff right now, especially because we are probably going to do a range build. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm getting rid of this blowpipe too because it's just filling up our inventory. And actually, why don't I just sell it to do that? There we go. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of our extra shackle here. There's another chest down there, so make our way over and take out this ice slime. Get immediately killed. We got a blizzard in a bottle, so it's basically the same thing as the cloud in a bottle. But it's another great item because we'll be able to use it to get another double jump if we want. My inventory is super, super full though, so you have to be a little bit more diligent when we take out here. We'll get rid of some of the kind of useless blocks that we have. Don't really need all of this either, so I guess we can just chill with that. But the blizzard in the bottle, we can probably use it to replace aglet, I'd say. Aglet's not terrible, but it doesn't exactly do too much for us, and having 3 jumps, or 2 jumps is a little bit better. You can see we do move a little slower, but our vertical mobility is a lot stronger, and more chests over here, so that's pretty exciting. Just gotta be careful in handling all of our enemies down here. I want to build a little, like, safe area around us, but I guess that's not to be. Is another ice blade, small one, nice boomerang, suspicious looking eye, which is kind of fun because we could technically use that to fight the Eye of Cthulhu again if we wanted to. Probably don't really need it, but we might as well grab it. Okay, so we got another ice blade, we got the icy boomerang. Neither of those things are particularly useful for us, but the suspicious looking eye. Could be some extra money later. Extra. That scared me so bad, and I did not realize that was there. That's unfortunate, for sure. We dropped a lot of gold, which kind of sucks, but oof, those explosives, they do so much damage, as you can see. Oh well. You know, we still have kept 1 gold, and we've got a lot in our piggy bank, so I guess things are okay. Could be worse, is what I'm trying to say. Put the rest of our gold in there. Got some stuff to put in our alchemy chest. We can probably put recall potions in here now, because we do have the mirror, so we can now just teleport home as much as we want. That will be really, really awesome. Let's get we have way more gold now, so we could be able to get a better piece of armor. We can get the gold chainmail. That gives us 5 defense, or we could get the gold greaves, which would give us 4 defense. I don't know what the best move is. I think we should probably just get the chest plate. That's the issue with the ice mirror. Sometimes you just click it, and you will just return right to your spawn, even though you totally don't mean to. So that kind of sucks, but it happens, you know? Let's go get that chest plate. Costs 30 gold, but looks like it'll be worth it. I'm just going to keep this one. Actually, no, I'll just sell this. Now we can kind of sort a little bit more stuff into our chests here. And we should be in a really good spot. Okay, now let's sell some of the stuff that we don't really need, like our chest plate. We can probably get rid of this mace. I don't see us using it too much more. We really used it for close range stuff, and the ice blade handles that, and for range we've got all sorts of weapons now, so we can just sell that, I believe. The boomerang, I don't think we're gonna ever touch, and we don't really need a second ice blade either, so that's another thing we can kind of get rid of. Wand of Sparking as well. Take those out, but what we will use is certainly more musket balls, because we've been running a little bit low on that sort of ammo. Might as well just take a whole stack. It's pretty cheap anyways. That should be good from this gunsmith for right now, or the arms dealer. I always just say gunsmith, but technically it's the arms dealer. We're almost at enough for the mini shark, which is really awesome. Wonder if we can get it sooner than we think if we were able to sell a little bit of gold, tungsten, and lead, because that would be a really powerful weapon to have. Nothing amazing for sure, but I mean, like, for the eater, I guess, because the bullets would be just 1 hit and they don't penetrate. But I think we have enough to get the mini shark, and we do. That's super awesome. Thing is one of my favorite guns. Shoots super fast, which is just so much fun. That's a really fun gun, and it also has a chance not to consume ammo, which is really great, because the less ammo we have to buy, the better. It shoots so fast, it goes through it really, really quickly. I think my plan, I want to get a little bit more life, so we're going to have to go back underground again to just keep looking for that. Also want to know where our underground desert is, because you're supposed to get an entrance to it, at least typically, but from what I can tell, we don't have one, but I think it may be to the left of the corruption all the way over there. So I want to go look over there, see if we can get something there. Not, I'll just probably head straight back and then keep looking for more life. That's not good. I was crossing through the corruption on my way over to look in the desert, and it is a blood moon. It means enemy spawn rates are increased. We should, start seeing some of the blood boom variants, which is terrible because those are much more dangerous than the regular ones. So we probably want to find somewhere to take a little bit of shelter where the blood moon is not going to be as much of a threat. So I think, actually, we don't want to go underground, the underground jungle, because that's super dangerous. So I guess what we can do is just kind of maybe walk ourselves in, but I don't really want to just kind of sit here, whole blood moon. But I also don't want to deal with all of that. Alright, so it is now daytime once again. A little bit safer for me to actually explore the jungle. And hopefully we won't get absolutely bodied by all these bats. That's apparently all that wants to spawn right now. I hate bats in this game. They're the most diabolical, evil creatures. And the person who decided to add them to game is a complete, utter monster. They just suck. They really do. Too small to hit with anything, and they do way too much damage. So we got to the other. There's no underground desert entrance, which is a bit odd. Usually there is one, so we're gonna have to look in our desert, see if we can find a cave in the desert, because I want to get the loot that's down there, obviously. Do have a water chest. Let's loot that and get to the surface here, because my goodness, we are definitely gonna die. Also kind of peep down at the left side of here, and if there's any more water chests. We do have an ocean cave. Okay, so that's awesome. That is not something I'm going to try and explore with no additional breathing options, because we'll drown, and that would be rather unfortunate. But exciting. Once I get to shore, I guess we should probably just wake him up, but I don't really want to. We're gonna leave you sleeping. Well, then we're gonna have to come back, so we'd rather just wake him up and then have them move in on a later date. But now that we're at shore, we've officially explored the entire surface, which is pretty awesome. We've done a lot of exploration now, but there's so much to explore, as you can see, and it's taken us so long to get even to the left or the right. So we have a lot that we can do still, which I'm very excited about. But I think one thing I'll do really quickly is look in the close underground, or the close desert, see if we can find our underground desert somewhere. Alright, cool. So we do have an entrance to the underground desert here, which is great. Obviously we have to be extremely careful because this place sucks, but it's really dangerous. Those rolling cacti do much as boulders, really, and they explode at the end. So, gotta be super careful about that. And they just move towards you instead of, like, away from you, which doesn't make any sense, even if I, like, hit them with an arrow, right? So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. We can make desert torches now, which are cool, so let's get some of those. But what's really good here is we're starting to get some desert fossils. These are kind of the first ingredient for the ranged armor, like the first type of ranged armor we can get. If we were able to get a full set of the fossil armor, that could be pretty good. It will boost our dedicated ranged damage. And I don't know how much defensively it compares to like these pieces of armor. I want to say it's a little bit less, but even so, having any kind of range boost in terms of more damage could be really useful, because we'll be able to kill stuff faster, and theoretically, we wouldn't have to worry about fights lasting as long, so the extra defense wouldn't be nearly as necessary, but it could be that it's just got about the same defense, in which case it would be a really good upgrade. That's something I'm kind of looking for while I'm down here, obviously. But to really utilize the desert fossils, get these sturdy fossils, we need an extractinator, and that's a pretty rare item, as it kind of just spawns randomly in the underground houses. Um, so we just kind of have to hope that we find one, which is a little frustrating because not very consistent whether or not you're going to find one, but is the only thing that lets us get the sturdy fossils as of right now. Desert is really dangerous, as you can probably see. One of these little ant lion guys running around, and they do so much damage. Can jump pretty high, and fast as well. Big hassle kind of fighting all these guys here, but hopefully we can knock them out and get over to where we want to be at that desert fossil. Giant one is especially scary because, as you can see, it's very large and will do a lot more damage to us. And we were stuck kind of in that little spot there when I tried to grapple through. That's unfortunate, but for right now, I think we're just going to wrap up our exploration of the underground desert. We made some good progress, though. I will certainly take what we got. But for now, I think I'm going to end the episode here. We made some good progress today. We got our mini shark, which I'm really excited about. We got a little bit more life. We got some more stuff on our exploration. And we've, finished the entire surface map, which is great. So, as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I love knowing what you guys think about my videos. So, be sure to leave a comment, like the video, and if you enjoy my content, I always appreciate you subscribing to my channel. But as always, I'm SandToise. Thank you again for checking out this video today, and I'll see everyone next week.